and welcome to the Homemade Podcast Sports. This is your host, J Pops. And welcome back to the Homemade Podcast Sports with your host, J Pops. Guys, today's date is Sunday, October 18th, which means we're a day ahead of yesterday. We have now gotten past yesterday. Understand this, people. The win yesterday for Texas A&M, you know how long it's been since we won up there? And I didn't know this, and I kept on saying 5 years. We hadn't won up there since 2012. I'm going to say that again. We have not won up there in Starkville since 2012. That's a long time, people. That's a long time. That's 8 years. That's a long time, people. You know how many people picked us to lose? That's all I'm going to say. It's a lot of people picked us to lose, but we didn't. I told you guys we weren't going to lose. And what did we do? We just simply went out there and didn't lose. Although Kellen Mond didn't have as of a good day like he did against Florida, but Kellen Mond done enough. Need I remind you, Kellen Mond got 2 touchdowns, people. He had 2 touchdowns. Isaiah Spiller had another 2. So both of those guys did enough. Isaiah Spiller did more than enough. Okay? He did way more than enough. Also, we seen Devin Anuche. I want you guys to get ready for that young man. Probably going into next week if Isaiah Spiller has not recovered by then. I said next week, the week after next, when we play Arkansas. If Isaiah Spiller hasn't recovered by then. Okay? I want you guys to be prepared for him. And Anaya Smith will, of course, take over for Isaiah Spiller if he is indeed hurt. Hopefully he is not. I have not heard anything yet about Isaiah Spiller. Maybe it was just a mild ankle sprain. But if it's just a mild ankle sprain, please believe me, guys, he'll be ready for the Arkansas game. He will be ready. So I want you guys to also realize this, too. We have actually found our identity. We have found our identity. And it's run the football. It is run the football. We will be a running team. We will still be a balanced team, but we'll be a more run-heavy team than anything right now. The only reason why Kellen Mond didn't take any throws downfield was because of the simple fact that the Mississippi State, I told y'all the Mississippi State defense was pretty good, people. It's just what we did was we challenged their run defense, in which they were number 5 in the country. We challenged it. We were asking them to prove to us that they're really the number 5 run defense in the country. And what we did, we just completely obliterated. So, a lot of people may not like what A&M is doing, but A&M is just simply doing this here. Okay. That's called minding your own business. What we're doing right now is we're just simply minding our own business. Meanwhile, I'm going to tell you who all lost. Tennessee lost. We played Tennessee. Auburn lost. We played Auburn. LSU, of course, didn't play. And things of that nature. But Ole Miss lost. We play Ole Miss. And that's primarily, essentially, about it. Oh, I'm sorry. But South Carolina won, of course, against Auburn. And Arkansas won against Ole Miss. Arkansas, people. Arkansas. Wow. So this is A&M podcast. I know that. But Arkansas, wow. Welcome back. Welcome back to the SEC. Let's get it going. Let's get it started. Sam Pittman. Congratulations, my man. Congratulations. Of course, next weekend it will be a battle. Why? Because that team always gives us a battle. Am I saying we're going to lose? No. No, people. No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And of course, when it gets to that time, I'll be breaking down a whole lot of things. But in this week, with the week up ahead, this is our bye week. So we all get a chance to kind of rest and sit back and watch some other things. Watch some other key points. Okay? We all get to sit back and do that for this upcoming week and weekend. Which feels good, man. But anyways, before I get into A&M, and stuff like that in the game and what we all seen, what we like and what we don't like and things like that, I'm just going to talk about some other key factors. The Alabama and Georgia game. Wow. I'm going to say this right now. Alabama is by far the most dominant team. I'm sorry, one of the most, because Clemson still has something to say about that. People can talk about the ACC all they want to. Yeah, they're trash. Hell, we all know that. First of all, we just seen North Carolina lose. If you guys didn't know, North Carolina lost to Florida State, people. Yes, the number 5 team went down. Notre Dame was the number 4 team, but I can tell you right now, how the way that score played out, 12-7, that wasn't no damn number 4 team in the country. Now, a lot of people gave us grief about winning 17-12 against Vanderbilt. I can tell you one goddamn thing, we didn't score no 12 points, though. We didn't score no 12 points. Notre Dame, y'all got problems. Anywho, carrying along. Right now, the 2 teams that are looking like they're just NFL ready, and that's why it's so hard to play these 2 teams. They're looking like they're NFL ready. It's Clemson and Alabama. Of course, we hadn't seen Ohio State yet. Yeah, we haven't seen them. Next week, we'll all get a glimpse of the Big Ten. The MAC, stuff like that. I know you guys are out there, but we're just talking about the Power 5s for right now. But yes, people, Big Ten will be starting next week. And it's a lot of us that are anxious to see what the Big Ten is going to do. Because we really don't know. Hell, they've been having them ranked, and they ain't played no damn games. So we're going to see if they can really live up to their rankings. We're going to see if their conference can really be that good. They play a conference only schedule too. Need I remind you again, this is the SEC conference only schedule. Although we have not had no spring practice, things like that, COVID-19 has played a big part in this college football season. And everybody is saying the SEC is kind of down this year. I can tell you one goddamn thing. Alabama ain't down. Georgia ain't down. I'm just naming the top 2 teams in the SEC right now. We seen the number 1 against the number 2 in the SEC, and Alabama clearly look like they're just on a whole nother level offensively. Defensively, they still got some shit to fix. I don't care what they tell you. I don't care what that score was. 3 turnovers? Now, they done that. Georgia, y'all got some problems, huh? I'm going to tell you right now, if Stetson Bennett comes out there and turns the ball over that goddamn much, you probably lose more than one or 2 games this year. So you better start making adjustments. Second of all, I'm going to take it back to the Alabama and A&M game. We may have just seen the best 2 teams in the SEC, period, play that day. And yeah, we got about the same amount of points as Georgia had. But a lot of you guys may not want to believe this, but Kellen Mond looked better than Stetson Bennett. Stetson Bennett had way more talent out there on that field than what Kellen Mond has. I can tell you that. Kellen Mond looked way better. Stetson Bennett, 3 turnovers. Kellen Mond, 1. And 300 plus yards. We just couldn't convert on some big plays. That was our only issue. Once again, people, this is a different A&M team. 28-14, yeah, of course, we all feel like it should have been way more points. But I told you guys going into that game, that was going to be a defensive game. It was time for the defense to prove themselves. It was time for the defense to prove themselves. And they went out there and they done it. They did it. They held Mississippi State to 217 yards. Nobody that Mississippi State has played up to A&M has held them to 17 yards over 200. Nobody. We're the only team right now that has done that so far. So I'm a defense. Defense. Give yourself a pat on the back. I'm sorry. I told you guys what we were going to dominate when we went in there. First of all, we were looking for turnovers, and we were looking for 3 and outs. I told you guys if that air raid isn't working, the air raid just isn't working. And we also held them to a -2 rushing. Once again, hand clap for the defense feet. Also, we held those guys to under 250 passing yards. Once again for the defense. Also, we sacked those guys 6 times. Once again for the defense. No, people. We're here. Mike Elko, that man is trying to build something. He's trying to build an SEC defense. These are the things that you're going to need going forward. We just can't go blow for blow point-wise. We couldn't go blow for blow point-wise with Alabama. Only reason why I feel like we couldn't go blow for blow with them was because we were at Alabama. That's hard. I guarantee you one thing. If we was on our home field, I believe that score would have been a whole lot closer. It would have. I'm going to be dead honest with you. But that game is over and done with now. We're gone from it. So as of right now, I'm going to tell you the standings. This is for the SEC West. As of right now, Alabama and A&M are the number 1 and number 2 teams in the SEC West at the moment. You know, I just want you guys to know that. Okay? Arkansas is number 3. Auburn is number 4. Of course, we play Auburn as the last game, and we're going to have to see how that goes, because what does Auburn do? Auburn loves to get teams at the end of the season and kind of shatter their hopes and dreams for whatever was going to come next if they would have won after that. So we're going to have to watch out for them. Also, we're just going to have to watch out for other SEC teams, period. That's just how it is. It's a conference-only, people, once again. This is a conference-only schedule. But anywho, let me get back to it. Auburn is number 4. LSU is 5th. I told you LSU had problems. Ole Miss is 6. Mississippi State is 7. They're 7. So if you guys can remember, you remember how when we had all the opt-outs and everybody was like, oh, well, Texas A&M was crumbling. They're just falling apart. They're slowly falling apart. No. These guys are bought in. Also, need I remind you, offensive line, once again, what did I tell you? As of right now, A&M is the only team in the country that has given up 1 sack in 4 games. And we played 2 of those games, we played some damn good opponents. The 3rd game against Mississippi State, people, sack-wise, Mississippi State was number 12 in the country. For getting sacks. They were number 12 in the country. How many sacks did they have in that game? Not a goddamn 1. They didn't even get half of a sack. That offensive line is dominant. That's a dominant offensive line. Once again, in the Alabama game, they had no sacks, people. That's a dominant O-line, man. That is a dominant O-line. And I'm not going to lie to you. If Kellen Mond was just a little bit better, and yeah, I know we all been, if he was just a little bit better, hell, would probably be 4-0. We'd probably be 4-0. But once again, Kellen Mond is doing what he's asked to do. He's doing just enough. So we have to lay off of Kellen Mond. We have to. You guys have to, man. I know you guys like to bash him a lot, but you guys got to lay off of him, man. He's doing just about everything he's asked to do to help this team out. All right? But anywho, let's keep moving along. So let's talk about the game. let's talk about some key things here. Defensively, that was a big key part of it. That defense grabbed those Bulldogs by their teeth and slung them down. They slung them down and told them, no, you're going to have to beat us some other type of way. We're not going to let you do that. We're not going to let you do that. No, sir. No, sir. We even got KJ Costello bench again for the second game in a row, people. How crazy is that? We got him benched for the second game in a row. All right. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go and pull up some stats here. Let's go and look at some stats for this game. Kellen Mond was about, Kellen Mond, I believe, was 20 plus for 30 plus, but I want to give you the actual stats, people. So let me go here and find some stats, because I want to give you accurate information, okay? All right, so in this game here alone, I told you the Mississippi State defense was good. We had 17 first downs. What's that, about half of the first downs we had against Florida? It is what it is. Third down efficiency, 4 out of 10 for us. We got to get that fixed. We have to get that fixed. We cannot do that on fourth down. We cannot do that on third down. We didn't go for it on fourth down, of course. Total yards, period, 325. 139 passing yards. 13 for 23. So I'm sorry, 13 for 23. 6 yards per pass. So what happened with that was that they wasn't asking Kellen Mond to throw the ball downfield. If you guys didn't notice, they wasn't asking them to throw the ball downfield a lot. Why? Because I'm going to tell you, our rushing yards, 186. 34 rushing attempts. I told you guys we have now found an identity, and it's rushing. Also, we're going to go along with the game. We're going to adjust to the game that they're playing. If the defense wants to play the pass, well, then we're going to play the damn run. If they want to hold the run, well, we're going to play the pass. That is how coaching goes. You have to pick your spots. You have to. If they're shutting down one thing, well, you're going to have to go to another thing. That is just how it goes. Penalties, we got about 5. How the way they was throwing those flags, I could have sworn we got about 10 of them. But we only got about 5. Turnovers, only 1. 1 turnover. I can tell you this, guys. We aren't turning over the ball a lot. That's one thing we have improved on. We are not turning over the ball a lot. That's one key thing, man, that we did fix. Now, we turned over that ball quite a few times in the Vanderbilt game, but after that Vanderbilt game, we have not turned over the ball like that. We have not. We have not, people. And that there is something special. That there is something special all the way. And I love it, I love it, I love it. Time of possession, 30 minutes. And we own the time of possession. But Mississippi State was right behind us. 29 minutes. It's crazy, man. I've heard a lot of people say, man, this game is pretty slow. Yeah, but that's how I like it. That's how I like it. Why? Because you can control the pace of your own game. Hell, we had the lead. So at that point, we were just controlling it. It was no reason to do anything crazy. I know, man, we all be wanting to see a lot of points scored. But sometimes you don't have to score a lot of points to win. You do not. You don't, man. You don't. Going up against a certain team, you will have to score a lot of points, though. I will say that. But we just didn't have to in this game. We didn't have to. It was no reason to. Also, at the end of the day, man, we want a win. We want to win. Of course, like I say, we were a ranked team at that. So the target was on us pretty much throughout the whole entire game. And if it wasn't for that tip ball interception being run back, that score would have been 28-7. And we were only like a 5-point favorite. But at the end of the day, shit, we do. What do? We end up winning by 14 more points. So we turned the 5-point into a 14-point. That says a lot, people. That says a lot, man. So I want you guys to realize that we're going in the right direction. Like I say, you just have to be patient, and you have to give Jimbo Fisher time. You got to give him his time. So let me get into the Mississippi State side of things. Their first downs, they only have 15. Third down, 7 out of 15. And that's when the little freshman QB came in and whatnot. 217 total yards. 219 passing yards. This is what's going to trip you out. And if you're a quarterback out there, or offense coordinator, you're going to scratch your head on this. 30 completions out of 40 pass attempts for only 219 yards. The craziest stat I've ever seen. 5.5 yards per pass. 1 interception thrown. -2 rushing yards. Like I said, 20 rush attempts. This is what's going to trip you out. negative 0.1 rushing yard on yards per rush. Three penalties, 25 yards, 2 turnovers, 1 interception, 1 fumble loss. Crazy. So what we're building is something special. We are building something very, very special. Also, on that defensive side of the ball, Miles Jones, congrats, young man. You made a play on the ball, man. Do you not know how long I've been waiting on you to make a damn play on the ball? Do you not know how long that's been for me? Miles, congrats, young man. Damn. I've been wanting you to do that, man. And you made a play on it. And you made one of the biggest plays on it, because if you had not caught that, I ain't going to say it would have been a touchdown, but they would have still had another down. You done that, young man. What I told you guys going to this game, turn into a no-fly zone. In order to have a no-fly zone, I want you guys to understand this too. In order to have a no-fly zone, your line up front, your defensive line up front has to make plays. They have to rush the quarterback. They have to sack things like that. You cannot be a no-fly zone if you ain't got no pressure on the quarterback. I don't care who you are. Seattle Seahawks, Legion of Boom. You guys remember that? Those guys were only into a no-fly zone because they had pressure on the quarterback all day long. That made it very, very tough. I need you guys to understand that. You guys have to understand that, man. In order to be in a no-fly zone, your defensive line has to step up. Your linebackers have to step up if they're going to do blitzes, things of that nature. And then it transpires to the backfield to make their play on the ball. That's what it takes. That is what it takes. Only reason why we weren't able to shut down Kyle Trask was because Kyle Trask was going to be Kyle Trask at the end of the day. And we weren't able to get as much pressure as we had liked to on Kyle Trask. If we would have, Kyle Trask probably would have came out that game with like 3 or 4 turnovers. You know? So you guys have to really, really, really think about that. He would have came out that game with some turnovers, man. But anywho, right now, this team looks good. This team looks very, very good. But this team also has a whole lot of work to do in our bye week. So what the bye week will do for those guys is give them a whole lot of rest. Give them some things to think about. Give them some things to work on. Give them another perspective of, okay, all right, coach. You know, I see what you were talking about. Yeah, I need to get better right here. But as of right now, though, Jimbo Fisher has all those guys believing. Jimbo Fisher has all those guys believing in the simple fact that they can win out. Not to say that we're going to win the SEC West by all means, because it would take for Alabama to go down to somebody. And as of right now, Georgia was their biggest test. Auburn is the next biggest test, but then again, Auburn comes to Alabama. And I'm going to be dead ass honest with you. I don't see Auburn winning that game. if anything, I see Auburn really get blown out when they actually play those guys. 24 points, hell, I don't even much know if they're going to have 24. From how the way I've been seeing Auburn play. LSU, I feel sorry for you guys. Because I can say this right now, if you guys hadn't got y'all shit fixed in at least the middle of the season, Alabama's probably going to blow y'all asses out too. Hell, shit. A&M too. But then again, y'all are going to play the shit out of us. I know that. But we will be ready. We will be ready. You got to remember, y'all asses coming to Kyle Field this year. We still remember that 50-7 ass whooping. Need I remind you? We hadn't forgotten, man. We ain't went nowhere. We have not went anywhere. I told this season here it ain't a revenge season, but those guys sure enough remember what happened to them when they was freshmen on the field. They remember all the painful losses that they took. As of right now, Tennessee. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Tennessee fooled me. They fooled me. I thought that they were good. I was like, damn, man, Tennessee, German. But then I saw the score against Kentucky. Jeremy. Well, what happened? 34-7? So is Kentucky that good or is Tennessee that bad? Tennessee ball fans, I need y'all to come to this comment section. Y'all need to answer that for me. Once again, they fooled me. Because I say, damn, man, they looking pretty good. But you know what it was? It was the uniforms. For whatever reason, I like that orange. The orange uniforms got me. Y'all fooled me, Tennessee, and y'all thought y'all had it. Aggie fans out there, if you're listening, Tennessee fooled us all. Because we was like, oh, okay, well, damn, we got pretty good. No. When we play Tennessee at their home field, I'm not expecting a blowout by all means. But I do know we'll get a win. And that comes later on in the season. We have to take this one game at a time. I understand that. But I do see us getting a win in Neyland Stadium. If you guys are letting Kentucky come through there and drop 34 with 6 turns, oh my God. When the hell you think we gonna come and do? Y'all don't think we gonna come with that same game plan? Well, hell, we seen them do it. And I think Jared Garantano has been benched, people. So he most likely will not be the starter for next game and probably throughout the entire season going forward. I'm pretty confident in that. But, man, I don't know. I don't know. But, hey, this is not a Tennessee podcast. You guys will have to go and find that podcast and see what's going on with that program. But I'm just getting from a, college football fan perspective. Tennessee is not good and Tennessee is not ready yet. They're still raw talent. A&M, though, we're ready. We're still a little bit raw, but that raw is now starting to turn over. The raw is now starting to go to medium, and then it's going to go to medium rare further along throughout the season. And then when we get to that right game, A&M is going to look well done. It's going to be like, oh, okay, God damn. So when we get to that right game and put a licking on the right opponent, people are going to be like, oh, okay, well, damn, that's A&M. That's Texas A&M. Wow. Yeah, people. We've been building. We've been building, man. We have been building. And I'm sorry, I didn't give this guy here a shout out the last time. Let me go to this guy. And he was our actual recruit that committed to A&M right after the Florida game. I'm talking about right after the Florida game. Let me go to him. I want to pull this guy up, and I forgot all about him, and that is my fault. I'm sorry. So the guy that committed to A&M right after the game Where are you at, young man? Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Was defensive tackle Albert Regas. I believe that's how you pronounce it. His name is Albert Regas. He committed on October 10th, 2020. Then 2 days later, of course, followed with Demetrius Crowner. Both of these guys are from Texas, people. Both of these guys are from Texas. Albert Regas, he's from LaPorte, Texas. Defensive tackle, 3-star prospect, national 429, position 25th, state 65th. That's okay. That's okay, because that's good. That's good. We need that. I told you guys that we're building. We need that. And we needed that in a big way. So just continue to let those guys build, because meanwhile, while others are doing what they're doing, Texas A&M is just doing like that steadily. Cruising along. We're cruising along. So I want to pull up some other stats here, and I want to see. And let me see if they updated this already. And as of right now, we're still the number 11 team. I'm pretty sure that we will move up in the rankings when the AP polls come out over the weekend. But as of right now, we're still the number 11 team. So as of right now, our defense is still like in the top 30s. Like lower 30s. We're like number 38. Which is pretty good. But let me see when this was actually updated. Okay, so they haven't updated it yet, but our defense should kind of like move up the poll rankings as well. But as of right now, guys, our record stands at 3-1. I'm pretty stoked about that. Of course, we're 3-1. This is a conference only schedule, so we're 3-1 period. In the SEC West alone, we are now 2-1. Yes, we are 2-1 right now. So going forward, man, we should be pretty good. This football team is just building something special, and for us to be a part of this, it's going to be a wonderful sight to see. So, guys, please keep on believing. Things like that and that nature, we will be good, guys. Please believe in it. Like I say, going into this weekend, it's our actual bye week. So all of us kind of get a chance to just sit back and watch all the other teams, if you guys hadn't been watching. And kind of just sit back, watch those guys, kind of see what they're doing and stuff like that. Also, the Big Ten is coming back. Welcome back. The MAC and things like that are also coming back. So, just be on a hangout for this weekend. If you guys got something to do, hey, now's the weekend to do it. Do everything you got to do. But once again, guys, this is Homemade Podcast Sports with your host, J Pops. Please, guys, follow me on Instagram at JPops2020. Follow me on Twitter at JPops05. And also on Facebook at hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports. And also J Pops. Please, guys, find me and check me out. Like I say, I'm solo on this postgame. On this postgame Sunday speech. But next week, the week after next, probably will have somebody on here. But like I say, guys, if you guys want to be a part of the show, please, man, leave all your comments down below. I thank you guys tuning in and listening. I thank you. And I will continue to release content for A&M. I think somebody had told me the other day that it was another guy that had just started doing something for A&M. Hey, that's fine. I don't care about that, man. That's fine with me. I will continue to do what I'm doing, because you guys have supported me enough to let me know that, hey, keep on coming out with more and things like that. So I thank you guys once again, man. To all my Aggies out there, I love you guys, man. Take it easy. To all my commits out there that's thinking about committing to the Aggies, to the ones that's already committed, hashtag gig 'em, guys. We're building something. Come and be a part of it. It's the SEC West. SEC, You guys have now been put on notice. Hashtag Gigamag.
And thank you guys for tuning in to the hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports. Please, guys, subscribe to the YouTube page and also follow me on Twitter at JPops, on Instagram at JPops, and also on Facebook at hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports. Thank you guys once again. Hashtag Gigamag.